still without our girl G, and we miss her, and we hope that she's resting and getting well so she can get her behind right back here. No offense.
That's right.
Wait a minute. I have to change that. But today we have, let me tell you, a fabulous guest co-host filling in for Jeannie. She's an attorney, she's an author, and a fellow Real Housewife who just made history as the first Black cast member on New York franchise. Give it up for our girl, Ebony K. Williams. Hi.
Welcome back, Ebony.
Thank you so much,
Hi.
Adrienne, Lonnie, Garcelle. I'm so excited to be with y'all today. Seriously, this is making my entire week.
We are excited that you're here. The first time that you came, I wasn't here because I was on my housewives trip, but I am happy to meet you, and I'm so excited for you.
Thank you, Garcelle. I know you were out with the ladies of Beverly Hills, so I'm so excited to meet you. And this is just a dream come true in many ways, to be candid.
Well, since Garcelle, was the first Black on her show, and you about to be the first Black on your show, I want to ask GB, do you have any advice that you could share with Ebony?
Listen, I've been reading up on Ebony. Ebony, you got this, girl. You are so smart. You are very witty. And, just have fun, be yourself, but watch your back.
Okay. Those are wise words, Garcelle. We're filming, we're underway, and stay tuned.
Yes,
right.
exactly. Ebony, before we start the girl chat, I have to ask you, are you going to keep it 100 with us today?
Let me tell you something, Garcelle. So I am a daughter of the South, and down South, we say we keep it a buck. Okay, that's our code for 100. So ladies, trust and believe. All episode, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Absolutely.
All right.
Well, let's
I
get
never
it
heard
going.
that before. I love that. All right, well, let's get into it then.
First up, Megan Thee Stallion is looking savage on the cover of GQ's 25th annual Men of the Year issue. Megan was also named the Rapper of the Year, and in her interview, she opens up about fellow rapper Tory Lanez allegedly shooting her. Megan alleges that Tory, who has been charged with felony assault, offered to pay her and her friend to remain silent about the shooting, a claim which obviously Tory's attorney denied to TMZ. However, Megan wanted to make it very clear that she will not remain silent anymore, and she actually called on Black women specifically to demand more and to be more outspoken, saying, quote, "Keep demanding what you deserve." So ladies, what do you think of Megan's message?
Well, Ebony, as an attorney, I'm just disturbed that charges wasn't filed by Megan sooner. That's
How does
because
that
the
work?
files, the charges that were filed. Do you know the charges, Ebony, that were filed on Tory?
Yes. So, Lonnie, you make a brilliant point, which is why did it take so long for the felony assault charges to be filed? And they include felony assault and also assault with a deadly weapon, because in this case, a firearm was used. So let's be clear. I think that Meg did initially what a lot of Black women and women of color do to protect our men, because we know society is already so hard on them. And we know society already has made them an endangered species. So Meg initially said that her foot was bleeding because she was cut, right? So she initially lied about what really happened to her. And it was only after Tory, because I think what she expected, y'all, was that Tory was going to man up and be accountable and say what happened. He didn't do that. He left her no choice. So eventually she had to go and recant that story and tell the police what indeed happened, which was allegedly that she was shot twice in the foot by Tory.
And I think even maybe thinking she didn't want to initially be a snitch, because we know that is so looked down upon in our communities. Like, oh, I'm not going to snitch though.
Right.
But and now she's saying, yo, do not remain silent when you are the victim.
I just think it's also culturally. Culturally, we are there to support our men, to hold our men up, to even when they do something bad, we cover up. I think that's what she was doing. And I think that's a cultural thing that we have to talk about. But I also feel like her saying, we have to ask for what we deserve, shout out, and keep shouting out. I am tired of shouting out. I want somebody else to shout out for me. I want the black men to shout out for us. You know what I mean? I want the black men to come and take care of us and shout us out and lift us up. I am tired of doing it myself. Enough already. Yes, we have black girl magic.
And what I felt like what happened with this whole Megan case was that she didn't want to tell. She didn't. Then social media started having their own issues and their own opinions about it. And there seems to me, ladies, and you don't have to agree with me, but there seems to me that when we see certain black women achieve things, our own people tend to start to attack us and put us down. I saw it with Megan. I saw it with Kamala Harris. You see it with Stacey Abrams. And it's like, what is happening with our community that we see these women, we say we want to uplift black women. We say we want them to succeed. And then when they get to a certain point, they even do it with Beyonce sometimes. And I don't necessarily see it all the time with black men. That is what I'm really having a real deep issue with. And I think we as a community, we have to start working on this. Megan thought, okay, I'm going to protect this man. She tried to protect him. Then people started putting out hurtful rumors about her. Going after her, saying that she was lying, saying that she, making fun of her looks. And I'm like, this girl worked hard. So now she has to change everything. And even when she gets on the cover of GQ, they're like, oh, that's a sympathy vote. Why can't we just support the girl?
Lonnie, I said I was going to keep it a buck, right? So let me be very
keep it.
Here. What is happening to Meg is a symbol of what is happening, I think, to the relationship with a lot of black women in this country, right? I think that, unfortunately, a lot of black women who still deal with systematic racism and the struggles of racial injustice, but many of us are succeeding. We're going to college 7 times more likely than our brothers. We are having home ownership. We are closing the wealth gap at a faster rate. So I think the narrative, y'all, is that black women are, quote, doing better. And so when you see a Kamala Harris ascending to the White House or Meg on the cover of GQ as the best, not the best female rapper, but the best rapper, carte blanche of the year in a male-dominated space, we want to undermine that and take that from her. And I think it's really toxic. And I think ourselves right. I think we want our brothers to be a part of the success. We're not in competition with black men. That's a bad, toxic narrative. We want to rise together.
I mean, and you can't say that black men are getting opportunities. We had a black president. We have black rappers all the time. So you cannot say that. There is something going on with the fact that we are attacking black women and it's happening within our community, and we have to work on this and we have to stop it. We really do have to work on it and stop it, And I hope you don't feel uncomfortable, Munchkin, because you're Latino.
No, I'm over here like, yes. Preach on.
Poor Adrian, she like, I'm gonna stay.
It's like, woo.
But I also think it's important to listen, to hear what's going on and to be aware. Even if I necessarily might not be up here like, let me tell you what black women should, like, no, I'm never gonna do that. So that's not my place. But I think it's so important to stay informed and to hear what you guys have to say. Again, that goes back to listen to what black women are saying. Listen to their experience. Listen to what they've been through. Listen to the changes that they want to see and feel happen. So I'm here for it.
And I will have to say that we have a lot of black men that are allies. So I don't want people getting on the blogs talking about.
We do, but I'm just saying I want to see it more.
Exactly. So, we just want to put
take
that
a
out
moment,
there
guys.
And allies. So.
Yes, absolutely. And we want to take a moment to send well wishes to our good friend, comedian Sinbad. His family put out a statement that he is recovering from a stroke he recently suffered. They say that they are optimistic that he will be able to bring laughter back into our lives. And Sinbad and I, we met on Star Search. He was obviously vying for the comedian spot, and I was vying for the model part. Yes, Lonnie, the model. And We became fast friends, and when I was in New York modeling, I was in a tiny, tiny little studio apartment when I got my own place, and he would come over and I'd be like, Sinbad, there's not enough room for the both of us. And I just loved his career and watched him grow, watch him be an amazing dad to Paige, his daughter, and it's just, I just wish him all the best, and I want to see him back doing his thing.
I did an independent film with Paige, and that's actually how I knew him.
Did
was
you?
because I did a
Okay.
film. Yes, oh my God. It never came out, but it was called Cutting the Mustard, and I got to work with her, and she's amazing. And then Israel and Sinbad are actually great friends. So just over the summer, we started doing this thing called the intersection of, faith and pop culture and what's going on currently in the world with Pastor A.R.
Oh.
Bernard. And Sinbad would come on our calls, right, Lonnie? You were
Yep,
on there
he
once
sure
with us,
was.
and he would just speak his heart, and I just loved his perspective on what was going on in the world. He'd bring humor to it, and he really is such a
Yeah.
light. So I am wishing him a quick recovery.
Definitely. Me being a stand-up comic, I worked with Sinbad and will keep working with him. I first met him at college and at Prairie View. He did stand-up and I was an unknown engineering student and we became friends ever since. What I want people to understand about Sinbad is that he was the very few comics that could take anything and make it clean. Like,
Very funny.
no
I
cuss
agree.
words, no
Not
sexuality,
raunchy.
just
Not
just
raunchy.
funny, just not raunchy,
Yeah.
just a down home funny, dude. I can't wait for him to get back on the stage, and knowing him, he's already
Yes.
writing jokes. So you
Okay.
just wait for it. He'll be okay. He's a fighter. So
We're
we love you,
praying for
Sinbad.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of how he
Definitely.
kept it clean and so classy, but yet so funny, I was able to go to a Sinbad show with my mom, Gloria, at the ripe old age of 6 years old. And I was able to go backstage and get a picture with Sinbad and the dancers. And it was just so fun. And then, of course, just growing up with him as an iconic figure, Walter on a Different World, and all of the cool
Yeah.
things that he did. He's just like Uncle Sinbad, for the culture.
Yeah.
And our age group. So I can't wait for him to be back on that stage too, Lonnie, and keep making us laugh.
We just wanted to show Sinbad some love and his family. That's all we wanted to do.